Welcome back. You're now tuned into the other side of sports. It's a special edition. It's a Commanders recap, dog. Bruh, they bamboozled us, Aaron.
Don't put us in there.
They got us, dog. Listen. I trust me. People were like, dog, it's just the first game. You got to give it time. No, you don't understand, bro. I'm trying to think of the equivalent, dog. It's like if you go out to dinner with a joint for the first time, dog, and her breath stink, dog. It's nothing you can do to get over it, bro. It's done after that. I saw some things that were just so troubling and so problematic to me. Rebuild or not, if you're not doing these things, then it's gonna be bad, dog. And I just the secondary is trash. Easy bake oven out there, Aaron. Forbes, cut him to. I said cut him 3 weeks ago. St. Juice, cut him too, dog. They might as well get me. Call up Colorado, see if they can just get Travis Hunter a contract or something and just bypass the draft or something. Dog. This joint terrible, Aaron. It's so terrible. I It's one thing if you got Bama's that's just sorry. It's another thing when Bama's don't even play hard. Like they gas me up, Aaron, talking about, oh yeah, this a new team, look different. I'm thinking like, oh, preseason, oh, we ain't tripping off that. This joint about to be lit. Like they about to be doing a whole bunch of scheming and all. Bama's about to be flying around trying. That joint look regular as ever, Aaron. Offense looks so. You could have kept the enemy here for all that. He would have drew up more. He'd have had more schemes for Jaden Daniels than what Pillsbury had. Because that's how they was playing out that joint, like some Pillsbury dough. Soft. Aaron, is it over, dog?
You might have to take the win total down from 7, 8 wins to another 4 win season. Like the
What?
defense is worse than it was last year. Tampa is good. They were a playoff team. No, Tampa's solid. They were a playoff team, but they're not going to be doing this to everybody all year. There is no pass rush. Like Jonathan Allen, non-factor. I told y'all to trade him last year. The value is just going to go down and down and down. It's obvious. Like everybody was so excited and ecstatic about that third round pick and that second round pick for their DNs. This is the result. No pass rush. DBs are awful. Offense is awful. They no effort to get Terry the ball whatsoever. That falls on Cliff Kingsbury. I don't care what anybody says about week one. I don't care what anybody says about getting open. Every other team that has a number one receiver, especially when you don't have anything after that, they find a way to get their guys the ball.
They
And for
got rid of
some reason,
Jahan Dawson, dog.
and everybody wanted to sell her, oh, he needed to go, his attitude. You're not good enough to get rid of players yet. Unless you're just tanking again. You tanking for Travis Hunter, just let everybody know I was going to go to the game next week. I'm out. I'm not doing it, dog. I'm not sitting through that.
Dog, these Bama's bamboozled us. Dog, I'm
Ironically, the only person that looked good on the defense was Jamin Davis, who
he the
apparently was
only
playing
one
out
that
of position the whole time.
he the only player that actually I felt like was pursuing the football like I felt everybody needed to be.
Playing with
Well,
speed, playing with
playing
effort.
with speed, playing with effort. Dog, that's all I asked, Aaron. If they would have went out that joint, dog, this is the thing. If them Bama's would have went out that joint and was striking, like I mean, like hitting, like trying to hurt Bama's out that joint, and they would have lost like that, I'd have been like, you know what? Like Bama's was trying hard, but these Bama's was not trying hard. They was not getting no pressure. The defense Bama's was getting cooked. No, how you the second pass that Mike Evans caught when he caught the joint, when he put his hands up late and caught the joint, and the
When he was
Bama.
getting pass interfered with by St. Juice and caught
I'm
it
like,
anyway.
dog, dog, how you pass interfering to Bama and he still catch the football on you
I
like
keep
it's
telling you,
nothing?
Juice is worse than Forbes. Like, I know it's the media special to get on Forbes. St. Juice been in the league. He's worse than Forbes, dog. Every week he getting bammed on.
He getting bad.
And he's your number one corner. Saints
No,
Trio, who everybody was slurping all offseason, all preseason, was getting baked worse than Forbes.
he was behind every play. He just behind. Dog, this is and this is the thing. This is so troubling to me because one, we got a rookie quarterback, and I understand like how imperative and how important it is to set your rookie quarterback up for success. Dog, this Bama ran 40 times yesterday, dog. That's
He
not
had to, or it
sustainable.
would have looked worse.
It would have looked worse. It would have looked worse. Him running was the entire offense. How you can't, you got, oh my goodness, bro. We got a terrible, if this is what we got to look forward to, this is going to be a bad season, bro.
And
Because Kingsbury didn't have nothing tucked away, didn't look no creativity with the offense, was no man beaters, no crossers. I ain't even see no cross. I'm like, oh, everybody run crossers.
everybody. And it's kind of funny because, like, when everybody wanted to try to slander Bieniemy last year about not running the ball, like, this overemphasis on Brian Robinson, C- ass player, who everybody wants to get the whole offense was built around Brian Robinson. It's like, how is this Bama getting 20 touches, but McLaurin is not even getting a target? It's crazy to me. The fact that he starts over Eckler, like, you could see the difference when Eckler's in the game, the extra 2-3 yards per run that he's getting, the extra person that he's making miss. And then Brian Robinson makes that one play up against the goal line, and it, like, justifies all of the touches and all of the focus of the offense on him the entire game. You cannot build an offense around him and think that's going to get you W's in the NFL. He's 3 yards in a cloud of dust on 80% of his touches.
He's not the best player on the offense. He's the
If they put that same emphasis on Terry, the offense would have looked completely different. They running bubble screens and finding ways to get the ball to what's the brother in the league? The receiver, number 12. The only one who was getting targets and touches yesterday. His brother on the cover of Madden.
Who you talking about?
The white boy.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, like, it seemed like he was more the focus at wide receiver than it was to Terry. It's crazy to me. You can't go a half without Terry getting a touch. You can't. I don't care if you got to run a jet sweep to get him a touch. You got to run a bubble, whatever. There's plenty of ways that other OCs get their guys the ball, get them involved early. It makes a difference. Whether it be blocking in a running game, it's a bunch of ways it makes a difference.
This is the problem, dog. Why do we have to tell him this? Why do we have to? Dog, this journey is angering me so bad because we've been talking about this all season. All the stuff that Ron Rivera did, all the foolishness, all the fluke stuff that they was doing that was terrible and was wrong, was not working out. All the stuff we've been going over this narrative the entire time, and we still back here again telling these Bammers that they gotta figure out how to feed Terry McLaurin the football. We still talking about how we gotta coach this Bama on how to feed Terry McLaurin the football. We done talked about it all season, and we still hear these Bammers don't. You don't even.
Maybe we need to introduce.
Football.
Maybe he didn't watch the film last year. He doesn't know who Terry McLaurin is. Maybe that's what it is. But you have somebody who's clearly your best player on offense, and I don't know if it's a flat out refusal or what it is, but it's just no emphasis, no effort to try to get this dude the ball.
Dog, even if the Bama is not your best weapon on offense, you paid him like he is, so he got to be involved. He getting Cooper Kupp 15 targets a game, 17 targets a game, dog. CeeDee Lamb type targets a game. That's what you do. It just, I just don't get the philosophy. This Bama stand on the sideline already. I'm starting to like it's. Listen, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, I might have had an extra piece of grace to give a head coach and a new regime on this joint. No, I'm not.
It doesn't take that
We
long.
it don't take that long, bro. At least you could come out that joint and everybody firing on all cylinders. You could see the effort. Like it wasn't even that. It's,
Like you said, it don't take anything to run crosses. You could run a slant just to get a Bama a touch.
there's so many ways, dog, to get a Bama a touch if you're trying to get a Bama a touch. But it seemed like they came in this joint and it was just and the thing is, right? This is game one, so everybody has a lot of like grace, but dog, this cannot go on. You cannot go into games. There's no motion. There's not. It's just like what you see is what you get, and this is just not going to be effective at this level, dog. I don't know what Kingsbury is doing and like what is his mindset or how he's trying to. But we, you can say what you want about Eric Bieniemy, but that joint had creativity, it had depth. I mean, we had a guy behind center that couldn't get it done, but we looking like the same thing. The line still look trash, but Jaden Daniels is making stuff happen with his feet. Bro, this joint is so disheartening. Like, I know a lot of fans are like, yo, you just game one, just relax. You got to give it time. Like, no, dog. When you see certain things, it just means this. Certain things don't turn around, dog. Certain things don't turn around. When a Bama don't know how to scheme and they don't even come in with a game plan and they don't even know we got to get our best player to football, that's stuff that just don't turn around, bro.
That should be especially on a sorry team. If I got a sorry squad, I'm over getting my man the ball, whoever the best.
No, Ern, when we
Terry would have got 20 targets.
played flag football and we had a bunch of non-football playing Bamas and scrubs on the team, who touched the rock?
The best Bama's got to touch the
None
rock.
of them touched the rock, dog. They was mad. Oh, young, you never look my way. I'm open on the left. I'm like, dog, you're gonna stay open on the left. I'm never throwing you the ball. It's not happening. It's not happening, dog. And that's just a problem. It's so problematic because that is football at the most basic element. You get your best players the football. Now, defense is a little different because the best players got to actually create and make stuff happen. But these dudes couldn't do nothing. Whatchamacallit looks slow, dog, and washed. I'm sorry, bro.
Bobby Wagner.
I like Bobby Wagner. I think he's a good locker room guy. I think he at least, wants to do it, but he looks slow. And you don't have nobody who can rally to the football. It's the running back. What's his name? Was killing us yesterday. That Bama was running all over us, dog. Rashad White. This Bama was catching passes out the backfield for 15 yards, running on us. Like it just was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. We had Rashad White. That Bama ready for the Pro Bowl, Aaron. He was killing us. Little dump passes and stuff. And if it had not been for the plays where they got penalties that hurt themselves, which could have been either way, because some of them joints, I was like, they ain't even a penalty, dog. Like, we wouldn't even been in the game, dog. They wouldn't have scored 20 points. Now, I think the only positive you can take is Jaden Daniels ain't look like it was too, like the stage was too big for him, or like lost, or like,
or even discouraged with all the trash that was going on around.
Dog, yeah, that drink. And I'm shocked Terry McLaurin wasn't out that joint like on the sideline kirking, dog. Like
But that's why they love him so much, because he allows them to keep doing that BS to him and he don't say nothing. That's the kind of niggas they love.
Dog. Them the Bamas. Listen, AJ Brown, that Bama
ain't having it.
Hey, what we doing? Next series out, that Bama getting the rock his way. Like it just, I can't go through a whole season of this, Aaron. I can't, bro. I ain't got the patience. I turned the game off, dog. Fourth quarter, I said, man, I can't watch this, dog. The joint make me too mad. It's basic stuff, Aaron. Basic. Now I'm glad we got a quarterback of the future, but uh Ron and Del Rio somewhere smiling, dog. Like,
Because this look worse than what they had put on the field.
dog, say what you want. This joint look worse to me. It looked worse. Bama's was getting bammed on with them too. Don't get it twisted. But this joint look, Bama's was in position getting cooked. Bama's was out of position getting cooked. It was both.
The kicker is awful. And they keep going to this Bama to kick. I'm like, what the f is Dan Quinn doing? He missed the 50-yarder, then Dan Quinn sent them back out for a 56.
Call McManus, dog. The charges got dropped. Call McManus and bring him back, dog. It just the Bama sorry, dog. The kicker, he's sorry too, Aaron. The roster, I lost all hope yesterday because I saw how sorry the roster is. They fooled me, Aaron.
Right.
I thought we had some dogs. They look unprepared.
With Ron, they looked unprepared. They look sorry so far under DQ. They look sorry. Like, every position on defense looked trash. Every single position.
I thought we was going to at least have an attitude out that joint, dog. I'm like, okay, we played 425. All right, bet. Bama's going to be swarming. I'm thinking they're going to be swarming, Aaron. Like, swarming. Nope.
Now, luckily, y'all play the Giants next week, who look worse than y'all. Daniel Jones is the worst quarterback in the league, the worst starting quarterback. Like, we need to go ahead and etch that in stone. He's the worst quarterback in the league. He's terrible. The GM might be the worst GM in the league. He's terrible. And so if they go out there and lose to the Giants, mail it in.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. Dan Quinn, Kingsbury, all the coaching staff, all y'all need to listen very carefully. You haven't dealt with scrutiny and this media market and the disgruntled and the type of
the weasels and all.
Yeah,
they're gonna start making stuff up.
Y'all better win by 20. Because if this joint look remotely close or y'all lose this joint, hey, Aaron, you better tell them it's going to be unattainable in this joint. They're not even going to be able to go to your local grocery store. You're not going to be able to sit down at a bus stop. You're not going to be able to turn on your radio. You're going to have to listen to Apple Music all the way to every destination you go to because it's going to be.
Luckily, millionaires don't do none of the stuff you name. But the medicine is Daniel Jones because he's awful. So he's not going to be able to make this.
They're going to listen to the radio, Aaron.
They need to. They should. Like, in this case, they should. Because clearly they don't know on their own what to do. And so because Daniel Jones is so bad with reading defenses, so inaccurate, like turns the ball over, he's not going to make the plays that Baker made last week. He's going to take sacks, hold the ball too long. He's going to miss wide open guys. And it's going to feel like, oh, okay, they made adjustments. They're better this week. And so it gives them about a 2-week period to kind of get the season back on track. Mm-hmm. But if you find a way to go lose to that team, Dan's gone, Ron's gone. It's this big romance going on all offseason. Then reality smacked Bama's in the face yesterday.
It smacked me, though. That joint put me in a headlock. One time I got in a fight in middle school, Bama put me and had me in a headlock for 15 minutes, dog. Just hold my I was like, let's try to get out of that joint, though. I still won the fight, though, but that headlock, I had it. Dog, they better come up with a way out of this joint, Aaron.
Because you can't blame Dan no more.
You can't blame Dan. You can't blame Ron.
No, you can't.
70, no.
The
70% of the roster is their guys.
I wouldn't say that. They still got like Forbes, who you hate, all these Bama's that they overdrafted and wasted picks.
That's 20%.
That's going to linger for a while. But I think they have enough to not get whooped the way they got whooped yesterday. I think it was failed game planning on offense. The defense is terrible, but offensively, they should have had more going on than what they had going on. Tampa was losing players left and right in the secondary, and they still couldn't figure out a way to get the ball downfield. It was a
Oh,
failed game
football
plan.
is so easy,
They got
Aaron.
outcoached
It's
on
so
offense.
you gotta. I'm looking at the joint from the all 22 view, and I'm like, dog, okay, Jay Daniels has been running. Why can't you can't get a play over the top? You done suck the defense in, and you can't get a play over the top.
Now, to be fair, he missed Terry on the one where it should have been like a 50-yard reception. But you can't take one shot per game. In the NFL, teams is taking 4 of those a quarter.
Yeah, they gonna have to figure something out though, because I can't support this product. I had brought the gear out. I had brought the hat back and everything, dog. Eh, it ain't even worth having,
Just
dog.
going
These
back in the
Bama's
attic.
it's going back up there, dog, with the jackets and everything. I just
They got to make some adjustments. Like, hopefully, somebody introduced Kingsbury to Terry McLaurin. Like, hey, this is Terry. He make $20 million a year. He's been our number one receiver before you got here. Got pretty good. Like, play some of the film of Terry, whether it be at Ohio State early on in Washington with Jay Gruden. Just introduce him like, hey, this is Terry. Like, you get him the ball, the offense is going to look successful. You going to look smarter. Not B-Rob. That's not the guy you wanna hang your hat on, or you'll be out of a job soon.
it just I just yeah, bro. I don't yeah. I'm with you because it's joint look bad. The biggest takeaway is the effort. It didn't look like Bama's was really ready to play a football game. It
I
didn't
just
look
think they
like they
look
was ready to play
sorry.
football.
They just look sorry to me.
They did look
They look
so.
slow. Like, one of
They
the
look
things
slow.
that definitely jumped off defensively, they look very slow. They had two very athletic, long DNs that they went out of their way to get rid of, which also falls on Ron. This wasn't something that Adam Peters came in and did.
Yeah.
They did a fire sale before the trade deadline because he didn't like Chase and to try to get that 2 for
Sweat.
Montez instead of just paying him. When Montez didn't get a crazy contract, you pay him. And so obviously the pass rush would have been better and the score wouldn't have looked the way it looked. But this is what you get when fan base overemphasize compensatory picks and garbage draft picks that you're not going to see for 2-3 years. So this is what you get. Bama was celebrating when the trades was going on. This is what you get. You don't get to turn around and be disappointed when you get rid of 2 good players for Joe Blows. Bama's wouldn't be getting $30, $40 million a year if you could just plug Joe Blows in across the roster and have success. Like, players matter. I know guys want to slurp coaching and scheme and all this other stuff. Players matter.
They
Always
didn't
have,
do that.
always will.
Aaron, they didn't even do that. They didn't even do a scheme and coaching.
No,
These
they
Bama's
couldn't.
look like me out there. You could have gave Aaron, if you gave me 2 weeks prep and you gave me the offense, I could have generated more than 187 yards passing for Jaden Daniels. Bama had 87 yards rushing yesterday, Aaron, on 16
Terry better
carries.
have 10 targets in the first half next week. Like,
Minimum.
I need to see emphasis that you know how to watch the film and realize the mistakes you made and make the adjustments. But 2, you're not going to be a hard-headed asshole and just come out there and make the same mistake week after week to prove your way is the way. Like, I need to see them come out first play of the game the same way they did to McCaffrey, bubble screen to Terry. Let him touch. Jet sweep. Crosser. Slant. Comeback. Easy way to get the Bama the ball. Put him in the slot some. Put him in motion. Like, this joint looked like a 5-year-old playing Madden the way the Bama's offense looked. Like, no creativity whatsoever to get your guy the ball.
Dog, listen. I yeah, I just didn't. Yeah, dog. We ain't pay for this, bro. We ain't pay for this. Yeah, we're gonna see week 1 in the books. I mean, I just see too many things. I'm like, I don't even know how they fix that, dog. You can't fix sorry, Aaron. I'm so defeated because I know the season is over.
You know you don't have a chance with that defense. You know you don't have a chance.
No, hey Young, it's like you got the roster and you remember we had Babs on the team, and I was just like, dog, like our best bet is just try to score this way, dog. Because if this Batman guy, if I gotta rely on him, like it's no good, bro. It's just no good. They
And
getting bammed on every week.
and it seemed like there's no symmetry between the offense and defense in the way that the philosophy is flawed. Like with that defense, you're not going to be able to dink, dunk, and have these 13 and 15 play drives with these young players thinking you're going to be able to stay in games that way. You got to be able to score. They're going to have to outscore Bama. So if Cliff Kingsbury going to keep rolling this C minus game plan,
It was so conservative, Aaron.
Brian Robinson is not going to get you to 30 points a game. It's just not going to happen. And as long as they continue to emphasis fake running the ball and putting the ball in his hands instead of Terry's, this is going to be the output you're going to get. 13, 17, 20, 24 on a good day, but you're not going to be able to run up points if you don't throw the ball downfield. It's
Dog,
2024.
if they think that they got a defense that can keep Bama's from scoring,
Now, Giants is different. Like, I don't expect the Giants to go out and do what Tampa did. It's not possible with the quarterback they have. So I think they're going to look as good this week as they looked bad last week. The secondary going to look better. It's going to look like they made adjustments, but it just come down to Daniel Jones being a star.
I don't. I
Who
think
they
they'll
play
win.
after that is the question.
I think the Commanders will win, but I don't think they're going to look significantly better, though. Bama's was running butt ball naked down the field in the secondary, Aaron. Like Bama's is looking like who got him? Like he 15 yards past him. Like
And the Bama dropped the touchdown pass early. McMillan, that would have been another 7.
That happened way too often. And I just don't know that they have the cure for that. And
the cure is Terry. I don't know if they'll take the medicine. That's the question.
That is the question, bro.
And then you talk about Sennett, the tight end who looked decent in the preseason. I didn't see him get any usage at all. All I saw was like 2 comebacks to Hurts. I'm like, to me, it just looked so vanilla. So it looked like preseason football, to be honest.
It looked like preseason, Aaron. That's why I'm saying they bamboozled me because I'm thinking it's going to be a whole. They're going to be running all these plays I never seen. Like, oh, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. No, that joint looks so pedestrian, predictable. It just was regular, dog. There was no like creativity with it at all. Even the read option joints they were regular read option joints, Aaron. They only worked because it was in the red zone. Yeah, dog. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not encouraged at all. Not encouraged at all. What y'all think, man? Leave in the comments what y'all think. Like, does this change their record for the year? Does this change your outlook on the team? Right now, I got him as a D letter grade for that performance yesterday. That's a D. The effort wasn't there. Defense was getting bammed on. Offense looked regular. Jaden Daniels was the only bright spot, in my opinion. And
I would say Jamin Davis, too.
Jamin Davis. Okay, Jamin Davis.
Because everybody's been slandering him for 2-3 years. The Bama showed up yesterday.
Yeah. But outside of that, dog, the front 4, oh my goodness, dog.
Terrible.
They couldn't even sniff Baker Mayfield. And you can't tell me the Bucs got the top offensive line in the league, dog. No way. So, what y'all think? Put in the comments. How encouraged are y'all about that performance yesterday? Y'all think that's good enough to beat the Giants? Y'all think they gonna win more than 6-7 games? I was just talking 9 games before the season started. Aaron, they might be looking at the first or second pick. They might be looking at the
That's
first.
That's gonna be the Giants. But they definitely might be looking at second or third if it keep going this way.
My gosh. Follow us at OSS 980 at Other Side of Sports. Make sure you check out the podcast tomorrow and Lock Factory. Do I want to tell them, Aaron? Do we tell them just
Go
yet? We hold. Hey, if you followed the Lock Factory last week, you cashed out. You cashed out 500, 600, 800. You cashed out. We got another one coming up. Just tune in for tomorrow. We got you. But yeah, Lock Factory. We out.